Frank, this is no ordinary opening tee shot. This is the opening shot at the old course at St. Andrews. So are you inspired, intimidated, nervous? Where are the emotions at?
Oh, all of the above. And this opening tee shot will never get old, that's for sure. It looks like a wide open hole. Really, you don't want to be looking right or left because he's out of bounds, even though it's a well way right and a long way left. You basically aim it at the 17th green as a good line for your opening tee shot. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing to say the least.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, this first hole, all about the Swilken burn.
Yeah, it cuts in so close to the front of that putting surface. If there's just a puff of wind, and all of a sudden that burn that you could just step across very much comes into play.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good putt, and now 1 under par. -1 in the early going. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green.
.315. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This won't hurt him. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Chance to get it close here. Good-looking shot right here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Nice par to remain 1 under. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
They actually have a few courses at the home of golf, St. Andrews, and one is called the New Course. That's 100 years old, the new course. So imagine how old the old course is if the new one is a century old.
That's an absolute beauty.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just 5 feet left. So 2 under early on. So Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
Really good drive here, about 320 yards and straight. Excellent looking shot here. excellent lie, 155 yards away. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Holding steady now at 2 under par. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Drops for a par. Hole number 5 of the first par 5 we've seen today. This fairway looks like it narrows quite a bit, Frank. Are you thinking eagle when you step up onto the tee?
Well, you could, especially if you've got a little bit of breeze behind you, but it's quite wide in the driving area with the exception of those 3 bunkers on the right that just sort of pop out. But if you can get it past those, this par 5, very reachable.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
That's the equivalent of a 98-mile-per-hour fastball in baseball. This one just smoked 325 yards. On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank, in the changing weather conditions, players have so many different options, don't they? Some might like to play it high, others might want to play it a little lower along the ground.
Really got to be on your toes today because of that, Rich, and really that's what separates the men from the boys, so to speak. You know that any mistake you make can obviously be magnified by the wind conditions, but conversely, it's a real good chance for skill to shine.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Wow, I thought he made that. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle.
It's no snack, though.
Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Settles in over the putt. And you have to like that. 4 under. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed. There's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really just play good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Six under par now. Will make birdie if this drops. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
That will be a great look at birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. This is a 13-footer. Really has it going at 5 under. He's made it. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews. And Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Chance to get it close here. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
This is a good-looking shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Good contact, good result. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those rivalry.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left. How about 7 under par now? Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in it.
This could be a good one. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot. Second shot.
Now a chance for a birdie. And he has it for birdie. Seven under on the day. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Locked in on the read and the speed. That's good. I like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Settles in over the putt. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And he makes it for par. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the fourth hole. The fourth hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
In the fairway, down there about 290.
I'm loving that balance.
Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. Second from an excellent lie.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. It brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. And getting ready for the putt.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
And from that distance, you settle for 2 putts. He'll take par and move on. Needs this for par. "12 under on the day." Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know.
She didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Boy, this one has a chance to be really good. Second shot, good look at the green. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Not a gimme, but well within his range. drops for a par. The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank, you begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot, you've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit at this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and out of bounds beyond this green.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, is there a more famous landmark in the sport than the tiny Smoking Bridge?
I think when you think of this game, the way in which we've followed it and covered it, Rich, over the last decade plus, no. It is just symbolic, not just with this golf course, but the game of golf itself, because every great champion has managed to make his foray across to Scotland and play the old course and walk across that bridge.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
$80 yards to the cup here. Little wind behind. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Setting up for an approach shot here. He has this for a birdie. Well, not going to be too happy with that one. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Did the job right there. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
The first thing, really, Rich, just try and keep the same composure for tomorrow's round. Get some rest. We know that. Shouldn't really have to hit the range. Swings in good position. Just keep it easy and visualize how tomorrow's going to pan out.